how to select the most proper model for me. Thank you for purchasing migtyZAP Mini Linear Servo Actuator. This tutorial is made to provide basic and essential information to new users. Please watch this video thoroughly before use. Hope this information is useful for you. Here are basic process to find the most suitable model. First, do you need force or speed control as well as position control? If yes, you can choose the force control lineup. If you do not need force and speed control, but need position control only, you can choose the position control lineup. Next, define required stroke length. Both force control and position control lineup have for different strokes as shown. Then, define your load and speed condition. Rated load and speed are inversely proportional, so the higher the rated load, the slower the speed. Finally, you can choose your preferred communication method and protocol according to your controller. Please choose the most suitable model for you according to the detailed information that follows. Consider if you need force or speed control. The migtyZAP consists of two main product lines. The one is the position control lineup and the other is the force control lineup. All migtyZAP is delivered with the maximum force and speed. Position control lineup actuators are capable of precise position control, but there are restrictions on force and speed control. If you only need position control, you can select this lineup. If you can choose the force control lineup actuators, you can control position, force, and speed. The body sizes of the two product lines are perfectly same, but there are some differences in stroke and force. Define stroke length you need. Both position control lineup and force control lineup are available in 4-stroke versions as shown on the screen, except for the 27mm stroke version. The stroke of the force control lineup is slightly shorter. If the stroke length is longer, the product price increases and the volume becomes unnecessarily long, so select a product suitable for the required stroke. Define load and speed condition. The load is the inherent force of the object to be controlled by the actuator. For example, it means the resistance of the object to be moved, the tension force that the spring wants to return if the spring is connected, or the weight including gravitational acceleration if it is in the z-axis. You need to select an appropriate actuator according to the load amount of your application. That is, you can select the actuator by comparing the required force and the rated load of our actuator. Define load and speed condition. The rated load refers to the load that can be controlled most efficiently, not the maximum load that the actuator can output. The rated load is also marked on the model number. For example, in the case of the product with a rated load of 20 Newton, the proper load to use this actuator efficiently must be 20 Newton or less, since our product makes a force-speed combination by adjusting the gear ratio. The slower the speed, the larger the rated load. In addition, the higher rated load actuator with a slower speed, the absolute number of life cycles is lower compared to the faster speed and lower rated load actuator. So, it is reasonable to select the actuator having the rated load closest to the customer's application load. Now you can determine the communication method for control. There are two main communication versions. The one is the TTL PWN version marked as PT on the model number, and the other is the RS485 communication version marked as F. The PT version, which supports both TTL and PWN signal, is automatically recognizes TTL signal when TTL signal comes in, and recognizes PWN signal when a PWN signal mainly used in the radio control model comes in. Both TTL and RS485 version can be controlled by our own protocol, and data feedback such as present position is available. But please note that feedback is not available for PWN communication. In addition to this, for the force control lineup, Modbus RTU protocol will be available with RS485 version for a better industrial interface. User may switch the protocol between Modbus RTU and our own protocol. Thank you for watching tutorial for model selection. We hope this tutorial helps you to select an appropriate model. We help your great invention with our linear motion.